This is a 2007 Toyota Camry LE. Hey guys, welcome to Vehicle Visionary. I almost forgot who I was because we're going to actually look at the quirks and the features of this Toyota Camry today. And being that Toyota has sold millions upon millions, everybody wants to be different in some way, form, or fashion. And that's exactly what the owner has done with this model. We're going to take a look at what he has done differently and some of the interesting things that you can and cannot do with this car, including how it sounds and the fact that if you come up and try and bounce the thing with your hands, I don't care how strong you are, it ain't moving. Now, for those of you who have watched me long enough, this ought to look like a car you've seen before. You have in a previous video that I did with a Cars and Coffee that we went to. Andrew, the owner, was following my friend and I around town in his Corvette, not Andrew's Corvette, but in his Toyota here. And we got some of that on video, and he was also in the outro. And if you want to check out his Instagram, there it is on the screen for you. Give him a follow and check him out, give him some support. And one of the things that you'll hear me talk about regularly here, when you open the hood on a vehicle, one of my favorite features, let me find the hood latch here. See how easily that goes up? That is called Armstrong. Those struts that raise the hood, that's the brand. And that's pretty cool because I can tell how strong they are. You barely raise the hood and they take over and just go all the way from there. Very nice, very effective. So what powers this car down the road? Well, 2.4 liter four-cylinder, 158 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque, and that's without any mods, and Andrew has made some mods here, but that's basically what you have, and of course you can see a little bit about what he's done as far as what he's done under the hood with this model. Now, one thing that I will say that's very interesting here, something you won't hear anymore, is the transmission that's in this car. It is a 5-speed, that's right, 5-speed. It's not a manual though, it's an automatic, but yeah, that just kind of dates the car a little bit. One of those interesting little quirks and features of the Toyota Camry from 2007. Of course, something else that's very interesting, I don't do this normally in my videos because, well, when you're trying to make a living at this, you don't want to really say anything negative about the cars, but I'll tell you what, you can hear the quality of the hood when you shut it. Now obviously you see the tinted windows, you've got the black mirrors, of course the blacked out grille on the front end, and here's an interesting little feature here. I almost wanted to do a contest to see how many people could guess what type of rims they are, but it's kind of interesting what their history is. They actually are Mustang wheels, and before Andrew put them on his car here, on his Camry, they actually were on an 8th generation Honda Accord, so they've had an interesting life. And I'll put the information on the screen as far as the tires and the size and all that good stuff. That way I don't fumble through anything I can't necessarily remember because I had to do it just like that. Now, the next time you're likely to see this Camry, you're going to notice it will have blacked out badging. Everything that can be blacked out on the car will be. It does have aftermarket taillights, and Andrew has made quite a few changes to the exhaust. It's rather loud. I knew long before he got to our filming location that he was coming. Now, what was I saying earlier about the fact that if you try and push on this car and bounce this car off the ground, it's pretty much impossible? And I'm not weak. I can't even move that car. That's because it has coilover shocks on it. I'll tell you what, that would be a heck of a workout right there. I did back and biceps this morning at the gym, but even if I hadn't, I think I just got my second workout of the day right there. Now, I almost could do a contest with the cargo net right here as to what that came out of, but the chances of anybody knowing that is out of a Chevrolet Traverse, Andrew's last vehicle, that probably isn't going to happen, so we won't do that. But this is Andrew's sub right here that he bought in high school from a friend, got himself a good deal on it. He even wired it up, and if you correction Nazis out there want something to talk about, take a look at the wiring. Now you can leave your comments on that, because I'm sure you would anyway. All right, here we go. Don't know how much of me you're going to hear, but you'll hear the engine, that's for sure. So that's what it sounds like from the inside. And honestly, when you're just cruising around and just idling down the road, it actually sounds like a WRX, at least it does to me. So I almost feel like I'm in the movie The Fast and the Furious. Oh yeah. Now, in the interest of fair reporting, I have to admit there's a little bit of slop in the steering wheel, and there are some parts that need to be replaced in the suspension that make it kind of shake a little bit, but other than that, it's not too terribly bad. But let's see if you can hear the WRX-like exhaust note as we kind of cruise around here, slowing down. Let's see here. We'll let these cars get past. Yep, sounds like a WRX, at least it does to me. And here's just a quick look at the interior. Not a whole lot of changes there. You can kind of see what's been changed as far as the head unit and everything like that, but not a whole lot. But I have to say, what Andrew has done so far is pretty impressive with this 2007 Camry. So if you have something similar, maybe you might want to get some ideas. This might give you something good to consider. And it is pretty cool what you can do with these vehicles, whether it's a Toyota or whatever the case may be. Tell me down in the comments what your project car is, and if you live locally in the Northwest Louisiana area and you'd like to have it featured on Vehicle Visionary, doesn't cost you anything other than a little bit of time. I don't charge for what I do. Let me know. We'll make something happen. Got to say a special thanks to my friend Andrew for giving me the opportunity to make this video today. It's always fun to hang out with Andrew. Had fun driving the car, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.